Not because of the affair, but because the vast majority of abuse is done with step parents or visiting boyfriends kind of thing.
About a year ago, my in-laws, they were approached by someone that they knew. He was going through a divorce. I guess he had his assets frozen, got kicked out of the house, and then asked my in-laws if he could stay with them for the time being. Well, a few months turned into a year. I at first thought this guy was just taking advantage of him. But the stories that my mother-in-law kept, relaying to us, now I'm starting to feel like she's covering for him because they're getting emotionally involved.
That's a pretty far leap from, hey, this family friend is going through a divorce, I'm going to crash there for a little while, to, I think my mother-in-law's having an affair. I say this with all due respect, but like, what business is it of y'all's?
I probably wouldn't care as much, but it's clearly having an effect on my wife, who's starting to realize it. But the other aspect, which makes it difficult and kind of what gives us some say-so, is my son, he's 15 months old. He goes and stays there a couple times a week.
Absolutely not. No way, no how. And here's why. Not because of the affair, but because the vast majority of abuse is done with step parents or visiting boyfriends kind of thing. And I don't know this guy. I don't trust this guy. I don't have a relationship with this guy. My kid's not going over there, period, end of story.
And that's kind of the mentality I've had. And
Good for you.
The issue that I'm coming across is communicating that to my wife. The relationship between my mother-in-law and her have always usually been good. And she's worried by doing that, they're going to burn some bridges and the connection's not going to be there.
That's not how it works. The bridge has been burned, but not by y'all. Y'all are responding to a bridge that's on fire, and it was lit on fire by your in-laws. They torched it. There needs to be a clear boundary. My son, my daughter is not going to stay at a house where there's a strange man living there, period. You keep mentioning that your wife and her mom have this amazing relationship.
Right.
Has she sat down across the table and looked at your mom and said, this is starting to feel inappropriate?
No. And
so the relationship, it's not amazing then. Let's stop couching it as that. Because if you can't have that conversation, your relationship's not amazing.
Yeah. We're both guilty of being people pleasers. And I know that's a difficult thing for her, is to confront her mom, who's been very vocal and pushy in other aspects of our lives.
Yeah, that was going to be my question, brother. Because this kind of person is not just pushy and vocal about, I want to see that kid. There's other stuff going on, isn't there?
Yeah.
The best thing I would tell you is you guys solve for reality sooner rather than later.
Okay.
And here's the thing, man. You and your wife, as first kids, as people pleasers, y'all chose to create a human. And now your role has shifted, because otherwise you're going to end up using your kid as a function in your people pleasing. And that's not fair to that baby.
Right.